if you know you're gonna come home to this huge credit card debt and that's already like a stressor and it's already on your mind, then my advice would be don't have a credit card or don't use a credit card while you travel. Not worth it lah. You go and have this nice holiday, then you come back and you're like, ugh.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy. Welcome to our open book series where we dive into the financial secrets of all you Singaporeans. Today we have with us Daisy.
Hello.
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 How are you?
Are you there?
It's me.
It's me. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Daisy?
I'm good. A little bit tired, but happy to be here.
Do you need a coffee?
I had a coffee. They look after us at CMC.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Daisy?
Yes, I am a content creator and a freelance performer, host, strategist. I wear many hats, but not today.
Not today.
Today I am just beautiful and sat on this wonderful chair. Yeah, that's what I do. I do content and I share about my monthly income because I'm a freelancer. I think it's important to have pay transparency. I talk about how much I spend when I travel, which sometimes is a little bit too much, but it's okay. We're learning.
You know, can you tell us a bit about being a freelancer in Singapore and the challenges that you face sometimes in terms of finance?
You know, with freelancing, I think people give it a bad rep. Like, I think stable income obviously is desired, but if you know how to like market yourself and you are able to network very well and you have consistent clients that you work with, even though it might not be like a monthly paycheck, it's still enough paychecks throughout the month to keep you going. For content creation, they ask for your rates first.
Okay.
So can be a bit of a catch-22, especially for new creators, because new creators might not know what to charge. So I do also like to empower creators who are just starting out, and that's why I like to share about my income and be as transparent as possible.
Thank you for your introduction. Shall we get into submission 1?
Yes, let's. I thought I could easily manage payments over time, but now I'm facing a serious debt crisis. Okay, so this person. I've been making impulse buys to keep up with trends and fit in. I don't have the means to afford a new phone and a designer handbag outright, so I turned to buy now, pay later schemes. Relatable. I thought it would be manageable, but now I'm facing the reality of how quickly the payments are stacking up across different platforms. It's hitting harder than I expected and making me rethink my financial choices. Right.
So Daisy.
Did I submit this? Because I've been here before.
I think we have all been there
before. The buy now, pay later schemes, actually very enticing, right?
Well, yeah. Why is it enticing for you?
Well, I think back of when I downloaded my first buy now, pay later app. Won't name and shame lah, but you know, I was a student and I was like, oh, suddenly all these things that are like out of my budget are suddenly within my budget because I'm only paying a third of it. 'Cause that's how they get you, right? Like I wasn't financially literate at the time, so I didn't understand that it's still money I don't have. Sorry, I shouldn't have made that face. Not attacking anyone. I'm attacking myself. It's like money that you don't have. So, you know, yes, you buy it now, but then you want to buy more because this thing is cheaper. So this other thing is cheaper. And suddenly I'm going to buy all these cheaper things. And then next month, I'm going to be like, why have I got no money in my bank account? Oh, it's because I'm paying for all these things.
That you're paying for.
Yes.
So we all see the common pitfalls and how people can fall into them. Now, what do you think is a way that we can avoid falling into these traps?
Don't do it. That's what I did. When I realized that I was just constantly paying off these debts because I was constantly buying things on buy now, pay later, I had to just tell myself, okay, once you pay this one off, you cannot buy anymore and you have to delete it. So that's what I did. I paid off what I needed to pay off and then I deleted it and I told myself, if I cannot pay for the item in full, then I cannot afford it.
So delete all the shopping apps from your phone, right?
It was only one. What do I look like? Do I look like I shop for? I hope so. But yeah, that's what I did.
So we all have that need to buy sometimes. You want to, it's therapy in a way,
Yeah.
right, to shop. So what is one way that you can kind of control your spending besides deleting all the shopping apps from your phone?
I like to consult my friends.
Okay.
So if I see something and I like it, if it's something that I need, so if it's something I need, then I buy it, like stuff for the house or whatever. Or if it's like a makeup item. Okay, you don't need makeup items, but like if I don't have eyebrow products, I will look like I don't have hair. So I need, for me, it's a need to get an eyebrow pencil, okay? So if it's a need, I buy it. But if it's a want, then I take a photo. If it's a clothing item, I'll take a photo of it on and I will send it to all my friends,
Right.
ask for their opinions, and
Do
then
a poll.
do a little poll on
Yeah, yeah.
Instagram, you know, let people pick. And then I wait. And then you realize that when you wait, sometimes you forget about it.
That's
And
true.
then is it something you actually really wanted, right?
And then the next temptation comes
And then the next temptation comes and the cycle continues. But it's like discipline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we go on to submission 2?
Okay. All right. Submission number 2. What was supposed to be a dream trip to Bali has turned into a financial nightmare with an overwhelming credit card bill. This one is also very relatable. Okay, sorry, let's get into it. Okay. My Bali trip left me with a credit card bill I didn't see coming. Last month, I went on what I thought would be the trip of a lifetime to Bali with friends. We had an amazing time, beaches, trendy dining spots, and all sorts of local adventures. I see you, I see you. I had a budget in mind, but the excitement of the trip got the better of me. I convinced myself it was worth splurging because I could always earn the money back. But I might not get another chance to experience Bali with my friends. Now I'm back home, I'm facing a credit card bill far higher than I anticipated.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. In fact, I know some people who are there right now, and I'm gonna send them this video once it's out. Because I have friends that will always say, you can always make money, but you won't be 21
This moment
forever.
isn't forever, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
like spend the money because you can always earn it, but will you get this experience again? I don't want to experience.
So what do you say to that when they say that to you?
I say, what do I say?
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, like maybe sometimes I'm like, yeah, girl, buy that thing, go on that trip, do it. But this one is so hard because I also feel like I'm still managing myself budget-wise, especially when traveling, because I love to travel. And I do track, or I give myself a budget for the whole holiday. And then within that budget for the holiday, I'll break it up into food, into transport, into whatever. It's still within this budget that I've set aside months prior, like planning up to it. So I'm still spending within my means, whereby I'm not gonna come back home and be stressed. But what I spend it on, as long as it's within that budget, it's like, do what you
Yeah.
want, yeah.
Well, like for me, if I'm going somewhere and I would say I'm a bit of a foodie, I would want to try out restaurants, so I would put budget into that, and I
Yeah.
would rather stay in a cheaper hotel. So Daisy, what advice would you give someone who wants to enjoy their travel but not go home to a surprise credit card bill?
If you know you're gonna come home to this huge credit card debt and that's already like a stressor and it's already on your mind, then my advice would be don't have a credit card or don't use a credit card while you travel. Because not worth it lah. You go and have this nice holiday, then you come back and you're like, ugh.
Well, I suppose it's always good to have a bit of planning in advance.
Yes.
How much you want to budget for the trip.
Yep.
And just be disciplined about
Yeah.
sticking to that budget, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into submission 3.
Okay, can. All right, this one is, my blind faith in an investment plan has left me with regrets. Ooh. A few years ago, a financial advisor persuaded me to sign up for an investment plan. They made it sound like a good deal, promising high returns and excellent insurance perks. It seemed like a no-brainer at the time. Now I'm regretting that decision. The investment plan was packed with hidden fees, and I've come to realize I could have invested that money much more effectively elsewhere. I've never had a financial advisor try to persuade me to join anything, because whenever they try to approach me at the train station, I just stare like this.
So Daisy, as someone who's new to investing, how do you make an informed decision about what to do and which investment platform to go with?
It's a very loaded question. It could be a bit overwhelming actually, because I feel like I compare myself a little bit to, oh, what are other 26-year-olds doing with their money? What are they investing in? What does that look like for them?
What do you look out for?
I look out for someone I can trust, or a service I can trust, and making sure that the money I've earned is going to the right place, or a place at least I believe is good. For example, I got my nails done the other day, and it was like a hard sell package at the end, and I haven't been hard sold in a hot minute. So I realized that I was like panicking a little bit. Like I felt the pressure to accept the package. But then I, as she was talking, I took that as the opportunity to think for myself. Okay, she's asking for a lot of money right now up front. Yes, in the long run, maybe the nails per service will be cheaper, but it's still an upfront payment. Do I want to put this money in right now to a place that this is my first time? I don't know if the nails will last.
How long it has been around for?
Yeah, like will they stay? Will they go? So yeah, I had to take a minute and be like, wait, you're a nice person. I trust you, but do I trust corporate nail
gate?
Nail gate, yeah. Not sure yet. So yeah, I declined in that moment, but maybe if I find myself going back more frequently, that'll be something I'm willing to invest in.
So CMC Invest is part of the wider CMC Markets Group, which has over 30 years of trading excellence, so you know that it's reliable, and you won't get blindsided.
We'll find out.
It's also regulated by MAS in Singapore.
That's cool.
So you know that it's a trusted partner.
Yeah, and trust is important, as we just talked about. There we go, look at that. Maybe I'll start using CMC now.
So everyone, thank you for joining us today. We have read all the submissions that we have for today. Thank you very much for joining us and sharing your financial insights and your experiences.
Thank you. I was, when I was invited to come and share my finance opinions, I was like, me? But I'm very honored. Thank you for having me.
Listen, I think everybody's input and everybody's experience counts. Because just like what you said earlier, word of mouth and speaking to people is how you get informed.
Yes, that's how I learned also. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for enriching our series.
Of course. And I would just like to say, like all these submissions, like a lot of them are very relatable.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in other episodes there will be more that are also relatable to whoever is watching. And for a long time, I felt like money had control over me, and like it was a very emotional attachment for me, actually. And I think it can be very overwhelming and scary for some people to think about like their finances and like, you know, what to do with your money. But it's never too late, and it's never impossible, and you can achieve the things that seem impossible. You just have to do some discovery of yourself, your relationship with your money. That was the first step I had to take, see what my limiting like beliefs about money were, and then start, you know, doing all the hard stuff like budgeting and tracking your expenses.
So do your research.
Yeah.
And educate yourself.
And educate yourself. Yeah. And then you will realize that it's very possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go you. Get that bag.
Guys, exciting news. We have a special giveaway. Just head over to our Instagram page to find out more.
You know what I like to do when there's a giveaway and you have to head to another page? I like to point everywhere, so then the editor has to put all the links everywhere I point. Then when you freelance, you can set your own rates. So sometimes I'm like, you know what? I feel like charging more just cause.
Well, you
not to you guys though.
How do you
Cut that out.